Tonight, we'll take a look at the Powhatan County Fair.
Plus, students get a little more civic-minded. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for October 16th, 2012. I'm Rachel Scarborough.
And I'm Judson Garner. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University is trying to get students more involved in the community, and one of those ways is to introduce them to people and groups that are actively involved in the local and state government. Deatra Montgomery has the story.
Being informed. This was the key component Monday night when the Office of Service Learning and Civic Engagement held their monthly Civic Engagement series. The group invited the representatives from the organization Alabama Arise to open a discussion on fair tax policy and other political issues.
Alabama Arise has some very distinct policy for students as well as citizens to be aware of the issues within the issues, to be an informed voter.
State Coordinator for Alabama Arise, Kimball Forster, expresses his appreciation for an opportunity to talk to Troy students and faculty about the important matters and concerns with in-state and out-of-state policies. And he was very encouraged from the participation of the audience.
We had some good energy in the room, some good questions, and I was impressed that most of the questions had to do with the tax system. But apparently some folks have been thinking about that a lot.
One student that attended the open discussion states that though he was familiar with some points made during the presentation, there were a few things that he learned about.
I've read a bunch of books and stuff for the past couple of weeks, but I did learn a few things, parts of kind of policies they're pushing, providing education.
Not only was the Civic Engagement Series meeting a way to inform students about political issues, it was also a gateway to introduce students to a new organization on campus.
We're starting a Hungry for a Change campaign, which is actually a 6-month campaign that's student-led, where students can take a leadership role in implementing service projects as well as awareness initiatives to this issue.
Deatra Montgomery, TrojanVision News.
There will be another civic engagement event next month. The exact date and time has not been posted.
Ferris wheels, funnel cakes, and fun. If those sound like ingredients for a good time, there's an opportunity to enjoy a little bit of each starting tonight at the Powhatan County Fairgrounds. Bailey Majors gives us a preview of this year's fair.
Tuesday marks the opening of the annual Powhatan County Fair, and Troy Shrine Club and Midway Entertainment have been working hard, preparing booths and rides to ensure Powhatan County residents enjoy a 5-day stretch of entertainment.
This fair is a fair for all ages. We've got the Himalayan, the Ring of Fire, merry-go-rounds, we've got multiple rides, and if everybody's like me, once they start frying those onions, you get hungry for fair food.
The Powhatan County Fair has been providing entertainment for all ages for 50 years, and the fair president says that you can't beat the prices.
It's $6 for adults and $4 for kids. Where else can you go for good, clean entertainment for that kind of a price?
Along with fun rides and fair food, Powhatan County residents are able to enjoy a variety of booths set up by members of the community.
We got 40 booths inside in the upper building here.
Woodwork, canned goods, sewing items, but the children from all the schools in Troy and Brundage, they bring paintings and drawings, the arts and crafts displayed.
The fair manager says that it takes a lot of time and preparation to set up the fair each year, which can be frustrating, but it always comes together in the end.
Setting a fair up is like putting one big puzzle together. Everything comes together. You begin to think, well, we got a lot of things to do yet. And it always do that in your mind until showtime.
Henderson says that the fair is a great way for the members of the community to be able to have fun together, and that's one of the reasons he enjoys being able to help put on the fair.
The beauty of all things is watching all these kids and everybody in this community that comes to our fair leave with a big smile on the face.
Bailey Majors, Troy TrojanVision News.
Once again, the fair opens tonight at 6 p.m. Kids tickets are $4, adult tickets are $6, and wristbands are $18. The fair runs until Saturday, October 20th. Well, Judson, a well-known jazz performer, is coming to Troy University's campus to give some students feedback.
That's right, Rachel. Hunter Beck shows us her time with the vocal jazz group Frequency.
Troy University's vocal jazz ensemble Frequency is getting the opportunity to work with an internationally known performer and clinician in a 3-day vocal jazz clinic. The group's director, Diane Orlowski, says this workshop is all about taking Frequency to the next level.
The purpose of the workshop was to take Frequency to the next level, and to do that we have moved from a strictly a cappella ensemble to an accompanied ensemble sometimes.
Christine Gooder's visit marks the second time members of the vocal jazz ensemble have received instruction from an internationally renowned performer. Greg Jaspers worked with the ensemble on several occasions, producing the group's first album, Fields of Gold. Orlowski says it was Jaspers who recommended Gooder for this week's workshop.
When I asked him for a female vocalist to come and to work with us, he recommended Christine on top of the list.
Gooder is working hard teaching the group not only the technical aspects of the music, but she also stresses the emotional and spiritual aspects as well.
Our job is really to be vessels and to bless and change the world with our music. So we've really talked about the spiritual end of being an artist, as well as all the musical, technical things, and that feeling of what it means to be a community and an ensemble.
Both Orlowski and Gooder hope this week's workshop leaves a lasting impression on the members of Frequency.
Christine's teaching them to really listen to each other and to trust themselves, and so as they take musical risks, to go ahead and do it and trust that their partners have their back, and to make music from their heart.
I hope that they can take something that we've discussed and just have a lasting impression on their hearts and in their minds and in their musical and life journey, because I really believe that we're not just teaching music, we're teaching people, and we're teaching life, and we're teaching human connection.
Hunter Beck, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Frequency's next performance will be November 30th at the Sheila Jackson and Friends Christmas Special.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Coming out of Dothan, a Clayton woman has been charged with felony interference with child custody. The Dothan Eagle reports that a felon warrant alleges that 33-year-old Julie Bethick took or enticed 15-year-old Elena Lander from the custody of Barber County Department of Human Resources workers on September 17th. If convicted, Bethick faces up to 1 to 10 years in prison. Federal authorities have also charged Charles Dean Parton, Lander's stepfather, with abducting her from the doctor's office. Lander was in state custody at the time and had been taken to the hospital for an appointment. Authorities say the couple led authorities on a multi-state manhunt before they were arrested in Ohio.
In Montgomery, an investigative team appointed by the State Department of Education is looking into allegations of mass grade changes at 3 public high schools in Montgomery. Authorities say they are planning to review all student information within Montgomery's high schools as a part of the probe.
And in Mobile, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has opened a disaster response center in Mobile. Officials said the new center was built to withstand severe weather events such as hurricanes and tornadoes. The facility includes an interior tornado shelter.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, Troy will be without one of its major players this weekend for this weekend's game. Justin McNally will have that and more in sports.
But first, as Romney's poll numbers are rising, many Obama supporters want to see more aggression from the president. The second presidential debate is in a few hours. Stay tuned for a preview of that and more next.
President Obama and Mitt Romney get ready to face off in their second debate with the race for the White House, a virtual dead heat. I'm Susan McGinnis at Hofstra University in New York. I'll have that story coming up.
I decided I wanted to go back to graduate school, and I was looking for a college that would be able to accommodate shift work and family life, and the Troy schedule fit in very well with my lifestyle.
On campus or online, Troy offers you in-demand degrees sought after by the law enforcement community. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
My name is Stephanie Birch. I'm a Deputy Chief of Police, and having that degree from Troy is what allowed me to be who I am today.
We are America's swim team, united by goggle marks,
dry skin, and webbed feet.
separated by seconds,
bound by friendships.
We have superhuman powers, superhuman lungs,
superhuman strength, and we love
that after the chlorine wears off
and the water drains from our ears,
we are still America's swim team.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
We are America's swim team.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
Now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we will go to Rachel Scarborough at the Global News Desk.
Thanks, Judson. With election days exactly 3 weeks away, President Obama and Mitt Romney are getting ready for their second face-off. Mitt Romney's strong performance in this first debate gave his campaign a much-needed boost. Tonight, the Obama campaign is promising a more energized president. Susan McGinnis has the latest from Hempstead, New York.
An upbeat President Obama emerged from the Virginia resort where he spent the last 3 days practicing for debate number 2.
How are you feeling about tonight?
I feel fabulous. Look at this beautiful day.
The president knows he has to deliver after Mitt Romney won round 1 and saw a boost in the polls. The Republican White House hopeful arrived on Long Island for the debate at Hofstra University after his own intense preparation.
If I had to bet right now, I'd say Governor Romney will win, if we want to use that term, by a slight majority. But I think that's really all he has to do right now.
Tonight's debate will be town hall style, with 80 uncommitted voters filling the hall. 11 of them will get to ask their questions on domestic or foreign policy. A few miles away at Mario's Pizzeria, voters say they'll be glued to their TVs, but most have already made up their mind.
But I'm voting for Romney.
Why?
I think he'll lead the country in a better direction.
So you don't think Romney's going to beat him again?
Definitely not. No more. He was a little nervous, a little tight. That's what happened.
Campaign watchers say the town hall format will present a challenge for President Obama. He has to appear aggressive toward Romney, while at the same time not turning off the undecided voters asking the questions. Susan McGinnis, CBS News, Hempstead, New York.
Doctors in Britain say a Pakistani schoolgirl is making good progress in her recovery 1 week after a Taliban gunman shot her in the head. She's being treated at a hospital in central England. CBS's Monica Villamizar reports from Birmingham.
Security is extra tight here at Queen Elizabeth's Hospital in England, where Malala Yousafzai is recovering from a Taliban attack. Authorities say they turned away 2 well-wishers overnight, who were reportedly posing as members of her family.
We don't believe that there's any sort of threat to her personal security. We think it's probably people being over-curious.
Doctors say they're impressed with the strength and resilience of the 14-year-old activist.
She is not out of the woods yet. There's plenty that could go wrong, but at this stage we're optimistic that things are going in the right direction.
Doctors say Malala has teams of medical experts around her. They're starting to plan for reconstructive surgery to repair the damage to her brain. A Taliban gunman shot Malala last week as she rode home on her school bus. She made headlines for her outspoken support of girls' education. But Taliban fighters claim they did not attack her for that. They say she deserved to die because she spoke out against them and supported Barack Obama, who they called the biggest enemy of Islam. Insurgents say if Malala recovers, they will try to kill her again. Back home in Pakistan, thousands are praying she will get better. Those who know her say she's incredibly strong.
I fell in love with her the day I first met her. I mean, she is articulate and verbose and courageous.
And doctors hope that courage will give her the strength she needs to pull through. Monica Villamizar, CBS News, Birmingham, England.
Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says she is the one responsible for security at the U.S. consulate in Libya, where the U.S. ambassador was killed in an attack last month. As she tries to set the record straight, Republicans are accusing the Obama administration of sending mixed messages. Danielle Nottingham is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
There's still little information about who attacked the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya, September 11th, killing Ambassador Christopher Stevens and 3 other Americans. But just weeks before the presidential election, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says she alone is responsible for keeping U.S. diplomats safe.
I want everybody to
know that we're going to get to the bottom of this, and when we do, that information will all be public and people will be able to draw their own conclusions.
3 separate investigations are underway to find out what happened. Republicans are accusing the Obama administration of a political cover-up.
Either they're misleading the American people or incredibly incompetent.
5 days after the attack, the Obama administration blamed it on protesters, outraged over an American-made film mocking the Muslim prophet Muhammad.
We do not have information at present that leads us to conclude that this was premeditated or pre-planned.
Later, the administration said terrorists were behind the planned attack. Clinton says in the fog of war, there's always going to be confusion.
Everybody had the same information. I mean, I have to say, I know there's been a lot of attention paid to who said what when, but I think what happened is more important. We were attacked.
A group of Republican senators issued a statement praising Clinton for accepting responsibility, but say blame rests with the president and his national security team. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Washington.
And that wraps things up from us from the Global News Desk. To see more stories from across the country and around the world, such as how one Florida teenager is making money, you can tune into TrojanVision Global News right after the nightly news. Now back to you, Judson.
Thanks, Rachel. And now Justin McNelly joins us for a look at sports. So, Justin, big home game for the Trojan football team this weekend.
That's right. The Trojans are trying to pick up some momentum at home, look to get that first win at home of the season, but it's going to be without some key players on the team. But I'll get to that and more here in sports. Playing at Veterans Memorial Stadium used to be an automatic win for the Trojan football team. Last season, the Trojans won 3 out of the 5 games at home, but as Danielle Percival explains, this year the confines of Veterans Memorial Stadium have not been too friendly.
This season, the Trojans have an unusual set of circumstances before them. They play 8 games in the state of Alabama, and Coach Larry Blakeney says while it's good for fans, his team is also facing some tough competition.
Our schedule is really luscious to somebody that likes to watch football. I mean, our people have been talking about this schedule, and I told everybody before, it's really a great schedule, a local schedule. You're gonna get to see us play if you really want to see us play.
Last season, the Trojans were 3-2 at Veterans Memorial Stadium, but winless on the road. This year, the Trojans are undefeated on the road, but have yet to win at home, sitting at 0-3. Blakeney has never had a losing record at home during his career at Troy. The Trojans do have 6 home games on the schedule, which means those next 3 are important.
We have not won at home in a place that we were like 96-17-1. You know, it is a little quirky situation. We got to get through it, get over it. You know, we got to get us a W here.
The Trojans are halfway through the home schedule, but the strength of the competition isn't letting up.
The only bad thing about that home schedule is 4 of those teams were the top teams in our league last year. Mississippi State, an SEC team, and Navy are the other 2. So, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at schedule-wise.
Danielle Percival, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans will take on the Golden Panthers of Florida International this Saturday, but their starting quarterback may not be the only person not playing. Starting center Kyle Wilburn has been suspended for the first half of the game due to a dead ball personal foul penalty against Western Kentucky last Thursday. Wilburn released a statement saying that he apologizes for his unnecessary actions and that he plays with a lot of passion, but his actions were completely inexcusable. And we've talked about it all year long. The Trojan volleyball team is off to one of the best starts in school history in the Sun Belt era. The Trojans are currently 15-8 on the year, which is their best season start since starting 14-9 last year. However, since jumping ship to the Sun Belt, the Trojans are a combined 84-100 through their first 23 games in each season. The Trojans are just 2 wins away from breaking the school's record for wins, but head coach Senator Kirkpatrick says his team is not focused on the record.
We're only as good as our next match, so we're trying not to keep an eye on that 15-8. We just need to be 1-0 on Thursday, and it's kind of been our mantra all year.
The Trojans can move one step closer to the record as they battle in-state rival South Alabama on Thursday in Sartain Hall. The game is set for 7 o'clock. And the Trojan women's golf team picked up the first victory of the season today as they came from 2 strokes down yesterday to win by 12 strokes over Daytona State College. The Trojans were led by Sophia Bjorkman, who shot a 221 for the tournament. However, Taylor McGraw shot a 219 for the tournament for the Trojans, but played as an individual and was able to finish the tournament in second place. So Judson, Rachel, big win for the Trojan golf team, and congratulations to McGraw finishing second and Bjorkman finishing fourth. And, the football team, they got that game this weekend without two of their key players. We still hope the Trojans can get a win and somehow get some momentum going at home, pick up that first big victory at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, and as always, best of luck to the Trojan football team this weekend. And nice to hear about the golf team. Don't get to see them a lot.
That's right. It's finally good somebody else got a win out there.
All right, thanks a lot, Justin.
Thanks. Coming up on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, we'll meet the newly crowned Miss Troy University.
But first, clear skies and pleasant temperatures today. What's the rest of this week going to look like, Bree?
Well, it seems like these pleasant conditions will be sticking around, well, at least for the next few days. I'll have that and more coming up next in weather.
He serves his party best, who serves the country best. Rutherford B. Hayes.
Patriotism is easy to understand in America. It means looking out for yourself by looking out for your country. Calvin Coolidge.
Government is the people's business, and every man, woman, and child becomes a shareholder with the first penny of tax paid. Ronald Reagan.
There's nothing wrong in America that can't be fixed of what is right in America. William Clinton.
Be the we now.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, hi, what's your name? You live around here? You're pretty. Where are you guys going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Guess it's about time to get you fixed, sweetie.
Your pets will start getting noticed sooner than you think. Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Bree Sanders joins us for a look at weather.
So, Bree, yesterday was quite warm, and then today we saw a few degrees cooler. When are these fall temperatures going to be here?
Well, it seems like they may be coming sometime this week. I'll get more into that in just a moment, though. First, let's take a look at our campus snapshot. Right now on campus, we see that it's a very beautiful day outside. It's a little bit cloudy, though. Sun setting right over Big Braes right now, so whether you're headed to class, or headed home from work, you may want to keep a light jacket with you just to stay out of those conditions. Skies right now, we have partly cloudy skies in our area. Temperatures at 76 degrees. Dew points at 40 degrees. Humidity is at 28%. Barometers at 29.96 inches and steady. Winds are coming in from the north-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Today's stats, we had a high of 77, a low of 52. There was no rain today. The sun rises at 6:48 a.m. and it should set at 6:12 p.m. Looking at our temperatures around the state, overall the state is experiencing some mid to upper 70-degree temperatures. Mobile coming in with a high at 78, Huntsville at 71, Birmingham at 72, Montgomery at 74, Troy at 72, Phoenix City at 73, and Dothan at 74. Temperatures in the southeast in our area, we're experiencing some lower 70-degree temperatures, but as we look throughout the United States here on the West Coast, they're in about the same temperatures as we are right now in the mid-70s, and as we move back towards our area, it's a mixture of temperatures here in the Midwest. They go from the mid-60s to about the lower 70s right now. Current surface map in this area, we have a few cold fronts pushing through the United States right now, coming back towards the southeast, possibly bringing in those fall temperatures later on this week. As we look at our departure from normal, we're about 2 degrees cooler than what we've been seeing lately. Maybe those fall temperatures are here to stay. Looking at our precipitation forecast for the next 48 hours, our state as a whole will be covered in rain, maybe about 1/4 of an inch of rain or so over the next 2 days. Something to look out for. As we head into tomorrow, still no rain in our area, but we see that severe chance of rain coming in here through about the Tennessee area. Pushing on through Thursday, that rain touches our area, giving us about a 30% chance of rain. Friday, that rain pushes back out towards the southeast, and on Saturday, it leaves the southeast as a whole, pushing back into the Atlantic Ocean. For tonight's forecast, we have mostly cloudy skies, winds light and variable coming in from the north-northeast at about 2 miles per hour with a low of 55 degrees. So if you're out and about tonight, make sure you keep that light jacket on hand with you just to stay warm. For tomorrow's forecast, we have mainly sunny skies, a few clouds in our area, light winds coming in from the south-southeast at about 6 miles per hour with a high of 81. Let's take a look at our 4-day forecast. As we move into tomorrow, like I said earlier, that high gets to 81 degrees. That low gets to 59. On Thursday, we have that 30% chance of rain in our area. The high is still at 80 degrees with a low of 52. On Friday, that high gets to about 79. No rain in our area. That low does drop down to 47 degrees, however. And on Saturday, that high gets to 78. So, Rachel, we have been experiencing those picture-perfect conditions all last week and through the weekend. It seems as if those temperatures will be cooling down a little bit more as we head throughout the week. So those fall temperatures may be here to stay. Something to definitely look out for.
Well, that sounds so good. I'm ready for fall to be here.
Me too.
Yeah, finally, we need those cooler temperatures to stick around. We need some consistency around here, so we're good. Thanks.
Thank you.